Hi, I'm Arlen Geyer. I would like to show you how to add some metadata and keywords to Adobe Lightroom. So I am in the library view here, which you can see right here, library. And I'm going to keep this closed just to keep my screen nice and simple. And over on the right side, I have all these panels closed at the moment. I'm going to, if you take a look at the metadata on the left side here, it shows different possible types of metadata that you can display. You want EXIF and IPTC, and then we'll open up the metadata panel, and you see all sorts of information in here, including the file name and what folder it's in and the size of the file, all sorts of stuff. If we scroll down here, you can also see some exposure information, all kinds of useful stuff, and including the date and time of the original capture. And then we can come down here to the creator. And this is where you can add your name. I've already got mine in here, but you can simply click in there and add that. And I include country and phone number and email address in case this photograph is out someplace and someone would like permission to use it. So that is all right there. And so that's basically, then if we scroll down to the bottom here, you can see I've got it identified as copyrighted and with my little copyright information there and some the rights. Basically, I say you need to have permission to use it. And in another video, I show you how you can create a preset. The preset is right up here, but in another video, I show you how to set that up so you can have this information automatically included in every photograph that you import. So that's the metadata. And now let's look at keywords. In keywords, you've got two different panels here that are relevant. There's the keywording panel and the keyword list panel. So keyword list, right now I don't have any keywords in this particular catalog. And so we go to keywording. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on a photograph. Like, let's say I want to add some keywords to this particular photograph. I can click either in here or in this where it says click here to add keywords. And so if I already have some in here, it might be safer to click here because that'll simply add to your list that's in here. That'll become clearer in a moment. So let's see, this contains water. So I'm going to add the keyword water. And I shot this at Owen Park. So I'm going to add a comma will separate keywords. And notice that a keyword can be more than one word. And I've got grasses in there. So those are the keywords that are relevant to this. Maybe I want to add ripples. So then I'm going to just hit the enter key, and that will add all those keywords into, I can see them in there. If I click on another photograph, you can see that goes away. If I click back on that one, I can see them in there. Now also notice in my keyword list, you can now see that I have these 4 keywords. There's one photograph that contains each of these. If I click over on this one, you can see that those are all there, but notice that that check is no longer on the left side because the photograph that I was on here did not contain those keywords. So now if I want to add those same keywords to this photograph, I can type them all over again. Now notice, and I can type in here or in here. So let's do it in here this time. If I start typing grasses, I just typed a G and it immediately fills in with that because that's the only G I have right now, or it's the most recent one. So I just hit the right arrow key to jump ahead there. And let's say that's all I want to add at the moment. But if I want to add Owen Park, I can highlight that, grab onto it, and drop that into the image, and that has added Owen Park. I can shift click. I clicked on water and then shift clicked on ripples to select those two, and I can drag them up and drop them in there. And now those are all 4 in that. And in fact, all of these photographs up to here, so if I click on this one and then shift click on this one, all of these were at Owen Park. So if If I click on that and drop that in there, now all of those photographs have Owen Park. They all contain water also. Water is a dominant feature in all of them. So if I drop that on any one of the selected ones, they'll all contain that. They don't all contain grasses, and they don't, I don't think ripples are as important in those. I think these photographs are more about the ripples, so that's why I included that one. But anyway, so now all of these photographs have Owen Park and water. This contains ducks also. So I'm going to, now if I click in here, I have to be sure I put a comma there. If I click in here, I don't have to bother with the comma. I can just say ducks, and that'll add that. And I want to add, let's just say I go to this and I shift click on that. I can now add ducks and hit enter. Now ducks is on all the ones that I had selected there. So, and let's see, this one also contains, so if I click up here to select just that one contains a goose, so does that one, so does this one, so I'm going to, oh, this one does too, but if I hold the Control key, or on a Mac, I believe it's the Command key, I can select individual ones. Let's see, and this one has a goose, and maybe that's it. Okay, so I've got those with geese. So we add geese to those. So those now all contain geese. So then I'm come down here, and that may be all I want to add to those. Now these, this is sky and, oops, sky and clouds. And so then I want to come down to the bottom one, shift click on that, and I can click on that and control click on where did clouds go? Up here. So I control clicked on that one so that I select those two. If I had shift clicked on that, it would select all of the ones between as well. But with control, or with a Mac, it would be command. I can select individual ones that are not next to each other. Then I just drop that in there, and now all of those contain those keywords. So that's the basic idea behind keywords in Lightroom. There you go. Thanks.